All right, ARCA at Lime Rock. This was a tough one. I'm doing default settings all the way through. Let's just show the lap in real time. I messed up a lot. And I'll tell you what gear I'm in. But I'll do full through and I'll just tell you what gear I'm in here. So fourth gear here. Third. Second. Third. Second. First. Second. Third. And fourth. Yeah, the gearing is kind of weird in this setup. I don't really love it. But let's go corner by corner. So I'm braking here around the 6. Can't really push it much further than this because this car is really tight. Or if you heard that one before. Brake at the 6, straight line. Once you start to turn, trail off. You don't want to let it slide up in this. You really want to keep it down on this curb. Maybe have it slide up, maybe like halfway up the track, like here is like the farthest I would go. And then you want to complete this diamond. So you can see that I can get the car to turn back down pretty late in that second curb. That's what you're looking for. And I get the car to turn by being completely off throttle. Right there. So I would have liked a little more turn here because I usually like my wheels straighter earlier here so I can set up to the right for the next corner. But this was all right. You can hear the car just getting really tight. And the way to fix that is just be off throttle for longer. All right. Now I'm just kind of rolling bottom here. The slightly better line is to start a little bit higher and then late apex this corner. But if you're not all the way to the right, you might as well just kind of enter low and stay low. So I'm just waiting for the car and then turning it into the curb and then setting up left. You really want to set up left no matter what here because this car doesn't really turn very well. So you need all this real estate you can get with this right-hander. You can see I almost ran out of room here. And then of course the one time it's loose is because you're dropping into this curb right here. So you got to lift a little bit there. Yeah, this car handles like crap. I won't sugarcoat it. And then I brake about so you see how it goes like straight and then starts to curve. I go like right when the curve starts. There's a straight line curve. I want to be braking like on that curve part. So I put it into second immediately. And I don't know if I should be putting it into first here, but I just feel like I'm slow enough to where I should be. And it might help the turn in too, because you got to go like pretty much 90 degrees. You can take this all in second. I just don't know / think that it's better. Make sure to... I like to do the shift for when I'm going over this hill here, so I don't like lose too much. But I still get really loose because you're just coming over a hill. That's how it goes. But yeah, so don't shift in the first till late, or else you're gonna spin out. And then the gearing is trash here, and so I just didn't put it into third. Because it's like, I'm going to be putting it back in a second anyways, and it's just going to screw up the corner. I mean, I've gone through third in here, and the car just doesn't handle as well. And you're taking it at a speed where second is fine. So I think that's the play. Maybe you can drive this a little faster and keep it in third if you get the last section a little bit faster than I did. Apparently there's a second left in this lap, and honestly it's probably here. Anytime there's any sort of like chicane or like slow like right hand corners, that's what I'm the worst at. The more flowy corners are my specialty. Yeah. And then final corner, just early brake, get to the curb, and then throttle through the curb. It's not going to be as good as the truck because the car doesn't handle good, but you can do it still. Other than that, for the race, try not to overheat your tires. Probably I would do the truck race over this, to be honest with you. But if you want to do this, have fun.